What's up, guys? It's Robert Rule of Two Review, and today, Rocksteady gives us more of The Dark Knight. All right, now this is definitely making a pretty big splash. A couple of days ago, you probably are aware, a brand new trailer for a brand new Batman game was revealed, and it was revealed to be Arkham Knight, which is surprisingly being developed by Rocksteady. That is kind of one of the biggest surprises out of this whole thing. For those of you who don't know, Rocksteady made both Arkham Asylum and Arkham City, which were two huge, very popular, very successful games, which I definitely dabbled in those games, and I thought they were okay, so I'm going to talk about that in a moment. But again, they were huge hits. They sold well, they reviewed fantastically, very good games. And then Arkham Origins came out just a couple of months ago for the holiday season 2013. It was received just generally okay from what I could tell. I didn't play it. I kind of want to more now than ever because of this news. But regardless, it was a game that was released. I'm pretty sure it did okay. But it was also not developed by Rocksteady. So that was kind of the whole concept, is that the first one of those three games not to be developed by Rocksteady, who kind of brought this Arkham series to gaming, turned out to be the one that was still pretty good, but didn't quite live up to its predecessors. So here we go with this brand new announcement, which is exciting for a couple of reasons. As I had mentioned, it's being developed by Rocksteady, so they're coming back to the series, the franchise, which is exciting for fans. And the other big news is that this one seems to be next-gen exclusive. It's announced for PC and console-wise, only the PS4 and Xbox One. So none of the last generation consoles, and so far no Wii U version, which certainly disappoints me, as I played Arkham City on the Wii U, and I liked it quite a bit. And I'm going to now play Arkham Origins to kind of catch myself up to this one on the Wii U as well. So, I mean, obviously there's still the possibility that they announce a Wii U version, and I certainly hope they do. This is one of the instances where I kind of really don't see that happening. You know, with some of the other stuff that's been happening lately, we've been getting the Wii U versions of stuff, which is great. For some reason, it comes later than normal for some games. Watch Dogs, we know, will be coming a few months late. DLC for Call of Duty is only just now starting to come out, you know, a couple of months after it was initially released. And, you know, it's nice to finally get it at some point. It sucks that the Nintendo stuff seems to come later, but what are you going to do? That's just the way things are happening. Now, with this game, like I said, it may still come to the Wii U. Hopefully it does, as they've already done the previous two games on the Wii U. But I'm kind of getting the sense with this particular title that might not be the case. So regardless, that's not the point. The point is, it's still next-gen exclusive in the sense that two of the three next-gen platforms and PC are getting this game. Like I said, it's a big deal for a lot of people, big deal for the series, for gaming in general. So I'm going to kind of talk about my feelings. So as I had mentioned just a moment ago, the Arkham games for myself have really just been okay. Not in the sense that they're not excellent games, like very, very well-made, well-crafted games, because, I mean, you'd have to be an idiot to play or watch these games and not realize how well-made they really are. The production value is through the roof. Visually, they're fantastic. The combat system was very, very unique and brand new when Arkham Asylum first came out. I don't think that it was better in Arkham City, even though I played way more Arkham City than I did of Arkham Asylum, and I really liked Arkham City. I definitely would have to say that for some reason, the combat just felt a little bit smoother and more focused in the first game, but they certainly added a lot of elements to the second game, and it was still very good and fun to play in Arkham City. The difference between those two games, of course, was that Arkham Asylum was fairly linear, and Arkham City became kind of a more open world, sandbox kind of game, excuse me, which most people seemed to prefer. I think what I've been learning for myself over the past few years is that I'm becoming less and less a fan of the open world sandbox kind of experience. The new Castlevania games are a good example of that, where I preferred the first game, which went in a chapter-oriented scenario, to the second game that just came out a week ago, where you're kind of working in a hub world. I don't really know why, because I'm a huge fan of like Zelda and Metroid and Skyrim, Elder Scrolls, you know, worlds and things like that, where you are existing in a non-linear scenario. But for other games that have been coming out lately, it just hasn't been working as well for some reason. So when it came to going from Arkham Asylum to Arkham City, for myself, again, I liked Arkham City quite a bit. It was a really, really good game. It was a lot of fun. But I didn't actually prefer just experiencing Arkham as it was supposed, or Arkham, sorry, Gotham City as it was portrayed in that game, open world. I really liked the more linear kind of structure of the first game. So, that aside, they're still both very good games. Arkham Origins, I think, looks pretty cool, so I'm excited to try it. I'm gonna have to go pick that game up now that Arkham Knight is coming out, and it's gotten me re-excited for the whole thing. So, when I first saw the news just 2 days ago of Arkham Knight and the trailer hit and everyone was talking about it all over the place, I was at work. I wasn't able to watch it for a while. I was a little muted at first. I was like, oh, okay, like that's cool. It's another Batman Arkham game. I know everyone loves those. I'm only kind of invested. I love Batman, of course, because I'm not a fucking idiot. Batman's the man. The games, like I said, only were just pretty okay for me. But, I made it home that evening and I finally was like, okay, I'm going to check out this trailer and see what's going on. And here is the really fantastic surprise. That trailer blew me away. It was one of the best trailers I've seen for any video game ever, let alone the fact that it was Batman. It was a great Batman trailer. I would say it was better than even any of the Batman trailers for the films, for the Dark Knight films. I mean, holy crap. It was excellent. So if you haven't seen it, of course I'm going to link it below. It was so artistically handled so well, and the way it's talking about Bruce Wayne and relating him to the Batman character and what his job and his purpose is, it just was, oh my gosh, I can't even explain it without ruining it. Yeah, I don't even know if I could put it into words that really convey how great I thought it was. And, it really played on a lot of what the series has done already, but played on showing all these different villains and all these different characters from the universe, just existing within what is obviously going to be this game and the realm of the universe of the Arkham series. And it was just so cool. And it showed off the most fucking badass Batmobile I have ever seen. If that wasn't jizz-worthy, I don't know what was, man. That was easily the money shot for me. That Batmobile, oh my God, it was the coolest thing ever. And, showing off his gadgets and all this good stuff. And I'll be able to speak on this a little bit better in the future. I can't as much now because, as I had said, I have not played Arkham Origins, so I haven't gotten to compare the two developers and seeing how the first two Arkham games went, played and felt compared to the third one, which wasn't developed by Rocksteady. I think that it's going to be really neat to kind of compare the two. I don't really know how different it can possibly feel because I watched a ton of videos and reviews and stuff on it, and it looked like it looked and felt and played very similar to those games. They were obviously building on the building blocks of what Rocksteady had done with those first two games, but it's apparently not quite as good, so it's really cool to be knowing that Rocksteady is going to be coming back. I do think they obviously did such a fantastic, wonderful job with this series and that adaptation of Batman coming into Arkham Asylum when they first came on the scene with that, which, by the way, don't forget, Arkham Asylum was Rocksteady's first game. So right now, they're kind of batting 1,000. They made those two kick-ass games. They laid the foundation for a pretty good third game for someone else to do. And here they are. This probably is why they didn't develop Arkham Origins, is because they took a little bit extra time to start working on the new platforms, more powerful hardware, and a whole new game to, like I said, I think wrap up the series. I know I read some rumblings on that here and there. I don't actually know if that's the case. If anyone else listening, or watching knows if that's the case, feel free to tell me or mention it down below. Some people might be aware of this. I myself am not. So I guess we'll kind of see. It seems like obviously these games have been doing so well and they make so much money. You got to think that the more money and more successful a game like this can be, the more often they can want to keep bringing these games out, which could be a good and a bad thing. We're getting close to the territory of kind of having a Batman game every year, like Call of Duty has been doing, like Assassin's Creed is now starting to do. And I certainly don't want that. Even if they try to do the whole two different teams, one team makes one game one year, and then the other team makes the other one the other year. Like, I get that worked for a while, and it was cool for Call of Duty, and now Activision is expanding on that with a third studio, making a third series of Call of Duty games. Like, holy crap. I don't really want that to happen to any other games, though. Assassin's Creed I'm not really into myself anyway, and Lord knows I've tried. The Batman games, I'm into them enough that I want them to keep coming out and keep being good, but don't run it into the ground. Please don't make it an annualized frickin' thing. Like, we don't need that in gaming as much as people want to think. I know money is exciting and great, and everyone wants to make it, and hooray, but just stop, But then again, I'm jumping the gun. We did have God, did we go 2010 was Arkham Asylum, 2011 was Arkham City, 2012 was the Armored Edition of Arkham City for the Wii U, 2013 was Arkham Origins, 2014 is going to be Arkham Knight. That's going to be 4 years in a row, unless I'm wrong with Arkham Asylum. That might have been 2009. So again, I didn't look that up before recording, so maybe you guys can correct me if I'm wrong. Regardless, that's still almost a Batman game every year for the last several years, and that's kind of a lot. So I guess we'll see. At the end of the day, those are my thoughts and feelings. I was muted about the idea going into it. I saw the trailer. It blew me away. I am stoked. I will get it no matter what platform it comes out on. If they make a Wii U version, that's the one I'm going to get. If it doesn't come out on Wii U, that's fine. I'll pick it up for one of the other two. It's not the kind of game I'd want to play on my PC. This is a console experience kind of game for myself personally. So I would pick it up on either the PS4, Xbox One, or the Wii U if they release that version. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's it for the Batman Arkham Knight and Rocksteady news for today and my feelings and thoughts on the subject. Of course, if you like what I'm doing, you can please feel free to subscribe, like, and share the video, and share your comments and your thoughts below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you guys next time.